Good morning, everybody. Sunday, and no Seahawks to be found anywhere. We already played our game this week, and that game gave us a hell of a lot to talk about. But now we're here. Normally on Sundays, I would be making a pregame video going over some last-minute notes about who's playing and who's not playing, and what I expect to see from the team. And then after the game, we would be doing a post-game video, post-game stream chat. Can't do that today because we got no game, and we've already talked about the Thursday game as much as we possibly can. So I was thinking, what could I do today for content? Because I'm going to be watching football because I like football, and there are going to be some interesting results out there, and the Seahawks are not done yet. They're not out of it. The season is not over as much as we might feel like it is. We are in some sense obligated to see what the results are around the league and how they affect the Seahawks. So today, in about an hour, starting in about an hour because it's 9 o'clock at the time of this upload, I will be going live on this channel for 6 hours for the meat of NFL action today. So you've got the early slate starting at 10, and then you've got the late slate of games starting at 1:05 and 1:25 going on to about 4:45, 4:50. Sometimes it pushes a little past 5, but basically it's going to be an all-day stream, a 6 to 7 hour stream, and we're going to be watching the RedZone Channel. And if you don't know what the RedZone Channel is, it basically flips back and forth between every game trying to catch all the relevant and impactful action while skipping over some of the less interesting stuff. So it'll just flip back and forth between multiple games or show you multiple games at the same time. It's a pretty good way to keep track of everything going on and not forcing yourself to zero in on one game. So I'll be watching RedZone, and I'll be streaming it, and you guys can watch along with me. Now, obviously, it works best if you're able to watch RedZone at the same time as you're watching me, and you can maybe get them to sync up a little bit, so you're watching me see what you see at the same time, if that makes sense. But if you can't watch RedZone, or you don't have it, whatever, then that's fine too. We'll find a way to make it work anyway. And if you just want to see me react to some Week 5 football action, come on by. So, the slate for today's games, it's not great, I don't think. We're going to miss Jets-Falcons because that's going to be a London game, so that's going to start at 6:30. We're not going to be streaming during that. That's going to be over before we start. That game actually should be over shortly. Packers, Bengals, that's actually a pretty good game. Kind of interested to see if the Bengals might be for real. Lions, Vikings, Broncos, Steelers, that's actually not too bad. I feel like the Steelers aren't very good this year, but are they actually bad? Are the Broncos good because they didn't really look good last week? Are the Broncos a paper 3-1 team? That's not too bad. Dolphins, Buccaneers, Saints, Washington, that's actually kind of compelling. These are two teams that really need the win, especially with what's going on in their division to a certain extent. They kind of need the dub. So Saints at Washington, that's pretty good. Eagles at Panthers, maybe not great. Titans at Jaguars. And Patriots at Texans, nah. So early slate is not sexy, admittedly, but when we get to the afternoon, we got Bears-Raiders, which I'm actually kind of intrigued by. I kind of want to see if the Raiders' offensive line can get it together against their old buddy Khalil Mack. Browns at Chargers, that's a good game. That could be a really interesting game. That could tell us a lot about the AFC. Giants-Cowboys, I'm intrigued. I kind of want to see. I feel like the Giants might be better than their record. I don't know for sure, but Dallas looks like a little bit of a juggernaut the last couple weeks, especially on offense. So I'm interested, even if it's not going to be the best game ever. You got 49ers Cardinals, which is very interesting to us as Seahawks fans. And I don't know who we're even rooting for here, but somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose. So Trey Lance's first start, I think, by the way. So that's going to be interesting, if nothing else. And that's actually it for the red zone coverage. So it's not amazing. I understand we've got some dud games in there, but that's why you have red zone. You can tune out the dud games a little bit and focus in on the games that you're really interested in. And you can also catch the cool plays or interesting stuff from the bad games while not focusing in a whole bunch on the nitty gritty of a game like that. So it's got some interesting games in there. There's always going to be some interesting games in an NFL week, and we have a few too many in the afternoon slate for me. I wish some of those could be moved over to the early time, but it'll work. It'll work. And yeah, that's basically what we got. So yeah, in within the hour, I should be going live, and we will be streaming for 6.5 to 7 hours. Now, I'm not going to be sitting in front of my computer for the full 7 hours. I will be getting up to take care of things for a few minutes at a time every now and then. You guys understand that I can't just sit in front of my computer for 6 straight hours or 7 straight hours on a Sunday. But we will be live consistently, and we can talk about whatever you guys really want to talk about. You want to talk about the Seahawks, you want to talk about other teams, you want to talk about Geno or Wilson or Carroll or Norton or Schneider. If you want to talk Seahawks football, we can do that even if they're not playing. And I think that's basically going to be what I do on this channel for Sunday. You might see me stream a game in the evening, but basically that's all I'm going to be doing. And then Monday morning we'll be back to regularly scheduled content as you guys have come to know it. So yeah, red zone stream. If you've never been in a never had a chance to see NFL Red Zone before, then this is kind of your opportunity to get an idea of what it's like. If you have it, then you can watch along with me. That's probably the best way to use my stream. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you guys there. Go Hawks, even if they don't have a game, and I'll see you guys later.